Hello, you're watching the English News Bulletin on Qpvn channel. I'm Chong Nguyen, and now let me keep you up to date with the headlines. Prime Minister MINH presents gifts to national contributors. Military forces mobilized in urgent civilian rescue operation. Promoting Vietnam's traditions and cultural identity abroad. In commemoration of the 78th anniversary of Wounded Veterans and Mother's Day, July the 27th, on the afternoon of July the 20th, Prime Minister MINH visited and presented gifts to national contributors' families in An Giang Province. Accompanying him were Senior Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương, Deputy Minister of National Defense, and others. At each stop, Prime Minister MINH warmly inquired about the health and daily life of wounded and sick veterans and expressed deep gratitude for the immense sacrifices and contributions made by previous generations in the struggle for national liberation and in fulfilling noble international missions. He affirmed that the party, state, and people of Vietnam always remember and honor the sacrifices of earlier generations. The government continues to make every effort to implement gratitude policies and to care for both the material and spiritual well-being of those who have rendered meritorious service to the nation. The Prime Minister also expressed his hope that wounded and sick veterans will continue to embody the spirit of Uncle Ho's soldiers, living healthily and happily, serving as shining examples in their families and communities, and in inspiring the younger generation, especially their children and grandchildren, to study hard, train diligently, and contribute to building a more prosperous and civilized homeland. He emphasized that ensuring adequate housing for the people, especially for policy beneficiaries and the poor, not only reflects the spirit of when drinking water remember its source, but also serves as tangible evidence of the party and state's consistent commitment to inclusive, humane, and sustainable development, leaving no one behind. Also, on the afternoon of July the 20th, Senior Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương, Deputy Minister of National Defense, led a delegation of the Central Military Commission and the Ministry of National Defense to visit Colonel Huỳnh Chí, hero of the People's Armed Forces. Senior Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương warmly inquired about the Colonel Huỳnh Chí's health and life and expressed deep gratitude for his outstanding contributions during different revolutionary periods, especially in the search and repatriation of fallen soldiers' remains from various wartime periods and international missions in Cambodia. Also on this occasion, on July the 20th, in Buôn Mê Thuột Ward, Đắk Lắk Province, General Phan Văn Giang visited and presented gifts to national contributors and veterans in the locality and worked with Đắk Lắk Provincial Party Committee and a number of agencies and units, including the Military Command, Bodyguard Command, and Police of the province. General Phan Văn Giang and the delegation offered incense and laid wreaths to pay tribute to the heroic martyrs at the Đắk Lắk Martyrs Cemetery. He inquired after and presented gifts to 5 martyrs' families and offered 62 gifts to national contributors and officers of Collection Team K51 under Đắk Lắk Provincial Military Command. On behalf of the leaders of the party, state, Central Military Commission, and Ministry of National Defense, General Phan Văn Giang affirmed that the party, state, people, and military always remember the great merits of martyrs, Vietnamese heroic mothers, national contributors, and veterans who have devoted their youth and life for the national independence. Earlier, Minister Phan Văn Giang worked with the Đắk Lắk Military Command, the Bodyguard Command, and the police of the province. The minister asked the military, border, and police units to step up party building, build the image of the people's military and the people's police, strengthen unity maintenance, and build up politically strong troops ready for all missions, meeting mission requirements in the new context. Working with the Đắk Lắk Provincial Party Committee, General Phan Văn Giang lauded the outstanding achievements reaped by the local party committee and authorities in task performance in the first 6 months. He also stressed the need to uphold the spirit of solidarity, surmount hardships, to well carried out missions in association with two-level local government model. A mission of the Party Central Committee's Information, Education and Mass Mobilization Commission, led by its head Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, inspected the operation of the two-tier local government in Thổ Châu Special Zone on July the 20th. CHINH Lieutenant General Huỳnh Chiến Thắng, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, joined the mission. Mr. Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa lauded the efforts and achievements of the Special Zone in operating its local government model. He asked the authority and armed forces of the zone to coordinate to upgrade local infrastructure, healthcare, education, and environmental protection, building Thổ Châu into a green, clean, beautiful island with comprehensive and sustainable development, taking marine ecotourism, fishing logistics services, and aquaculture as spearhead economic sectors, while prioritizing environmental protection, ensuring national defense and security, promoting the role of the masses in safeguarding the Southwest Sea sovereignty of the fatherland. On this occasion, the mission offered incenses at Thổ Châu Martyrs Memorial Site, inquired after and presented gifts to national contributors in the locality on the occasion of the 78th Wounded Veterans and Martyrs Day, visited and inquired after local troops and residents. After personally overseeing rescue efforts at the boat capsizing site in Quảng Ninh on July the 20th, Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà chaired a meeting at the government office with ministries, agencies, and localities to prepare for Typhoon Wifa. CHINH Lieutenant General Phùng Sĩ Tấn, Deputy Chief of the General Staff of the Vietnam People's Army, attended the meeting. Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà offered deep condolences to the families of the victims of the Hạ Long Bay tragedy and instructed agencies to accurately assess the storm scale, intensity, and impact. Given the storm's complicated developments, he called for the full mobilization of central and local forces and urgent coordinated actions to ensure timely and effective response. The government directed ministries, agencies, and localities to maintain round-the-clock watch duty. It emphasized identifying high-risk, vulnerable areas using updated maps of landslide, flash flood, and mudslide warnings. Provincial civil defense committees must be promptly strengthened, with members assigned to oversee critical zones. The Ministry of Agriculture and Environment has issued guidelines to help people protect lives and property during the storm and subsequent flooding. To ensure safety against Typhoon Wifa, Military Region 4 has urgently implemented response measures, focusing on protecting fishermen and vessels. The local disaster response and civil defense committees in Military Region 4 have coordinated to alert and guide vessels operating at sea and along the coast to avoid dangerous areas or return to safe harbors, with special attention to islands and coastal anchorages in Military Region 4. The local military commands and units were asked to continue assisting residents in securing homes and vessels in coastal districts, ensuring maximum safety for lives and property before, during, and after the storm. Forces and resources are being prepared for potential evacuations, with stockpiles of food and essential supplies readied in areas prone to flood and landslides. Authorities were also instructed to warn people not to be complacent in the face of natural disasters. In the face of disaster and loss, once again, the soldiers of Vietnam stand side by side with the people, giving their all, not just strength, but with heart. The moment the distress call came through, military units stationed in the area sprang into action. There was no hesitation, no pause. With the ultimate goal of bringing the victims back to their families, the troops rushed to the scene, working tirelessly around the clock. Hundreds of troops immediately mobilized with a shared resolve to save lives at all costs. After being alerted by the Operations Center of the Hạ Long International Port Authority, we held a quick briefing. I was assigned to personally lead the mission, deploying 2 rescue boats and 10 officers and soldiers. Just 20 minutes later, we reached the scenes and successfully rescued 7 passengers. They were brought ashore and transferred to the Quảng Ninh General Hospital for emergency care. Our entire team showed incredible resolve the moment the order was given. Under the direct command of our deputy commander, the search and rescue team launched immediately. With the mindset that saving lives is as urgent as extinguishing a fire, we were ready, fully committed to reaching the victims as fast as possible and getting them to safety. The search operation was carefully coordinated and continuously expanded from the immediate side of the sunken vessel to surrounding waters. Every inch of the area was combed with precision and urgency. No opportunity was overlooked, however slim the chances, because every life matters. As Typhoon Wifa approaches the mainland, our forces are racing against time, expanding the search area, especially in tidal channels and around the bases of rocky islands, to locate and rescue any remaining victims as quickly as possible. Natural disaster response and search and rescue operations are battles fought in peacetime, but no less intense. In these battles, the military moves as one, carrying out not just orders from superiors, but a call from deep within, to protect and serve the people, no matter the cost. Coming up next, the U.S. promotes agricultural products to Vietnamese consumers. Promoting Vietnam's traditions and cultural identity abroad. The U.S. Agricultural Discovery Program, co-hosted by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the U.S. Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City, recently kicked off in Ho Chi Minh City as part of activities to celebrate the 30th anniversary of diplomatic ties between the two countries. In 2025, the U.S. diplomatic mission in Vietnam and the U.S. Consulate General in Ho Chi Minh City have been organizing a series of events highlighting key achievements in the bilateral ties over the past 3 decades. As the first of its kind in Vietnam, the U.S. Agricultural Discovery Program is expected to offer engaging experiences for visitors while fostering cultural and culinary exchange between the two countries. The 2-day event offers a chance for visitors to explore such high-quality U.S. agricultural products as meat, eggs, grains, fruits, processed foods, wine, as well as cotton-based fashion items and products for pets. A multicultural event held over the weekend at one of Canada's most vibrant locations, Toronto, featured the Vietnamese community presenting a tea appreciation performance and showcasing the Đàn Nguyệt tea table, a symbol of the harmony between Vietnamese art and tradition, contributing to the colorful cultural mosaic of this multicultural city. This year's Wellington Multicultural Festival attracted 12 international communities. Representing Vietnam, the Canada-Vietnam Culture and Education Council, in partnership with Song Hỷ Trà, introduced the Đàn Nguyệt tea table and a tea appreciation performance by artisan Nguyễn Ngọc Tuấn. We're proud that Vietnam is the cradle of tea. Tea culture has long been part of Vietnamese life. I want to share this culture with the world, inviting others to discover its history and beauty. While tea is enjoyed in many countries, Vietnamese tea culture is distinct. It is simple and rustic, not as ceremonial as the Japanese or Chinese traditions. The Vietnamese way of enjoying tea, passed down through generations, has always served as a bridge, fostering family bonds, neighborly affection, and even friendship among communities and countries.
The tea is lovely, very refreshing. Really enjoyed it with the mung bean. It's quite a unique taste. It's very nutty, and when you sip the tea after, it's just beautiful and watch it down.
The teacup became a bridge, helping international friends understood more about Vietnamese customs. The fragrance of Vietnamese tea invites the world to discover the country and its people who dedicate their lives to tea cultivation. This was the first time the Vietnamese community in Canada has participated in such a refined multicultural exchange. The tea performance and unique tea table became cultural symbols, affirming Vietnamese identity and spreading traditional values globally. And that's all for now. Remember, you can always watch the news again at qpvn.vn. Now, thank you for watching and hope to see you next time.